What's up, everybody? This is going to be a new moon and Scorpio reading. So that's what we're doing. Plus, it's going to be our manifestation circle. So if you guys happen to watch this after the live stream, that's fine. You can still partake in that because the new moon energy will still be potent. Moons, phases tend to last a couple of days. So, yeah. Hold on, my homegirl's texting me. Okay, so I'm on my iPhone. So I'm streaming for one. So hopefully there's like no problems and stuff while we're on here. I hope not. What's up, everybody? How are you? I know it's late where some of you guys are. It might even be like early where some of you guys are. In the morning and shit. Excuse my language. What's up? What's up, everybody? So I'm just gonna like start off with the reading first, and then like the manifestation part of it. We'll get into that after the fact. So I'm not gonna do that right now. I'm not gonna do that right now. So let's start. So I have 3 decks that I want to use. I want to use my Tarot of the Stars. It's like a kind of like the Thoth Tarot deck. It's like their rendition of it, kind of like a remake version of it. I have the actual Thoth Tarot deck, the Aleister Crowley, whatever his name is, Tarot deck, but it's like the mini version. I don't want to use it right now. I'm going to be using the Isis Oracle. I only bring her out ever so often. I was looking for this. I put it in here. I've been looking for that for a long time. Like, where has that been? So I don't really use the Isis Oracle like that unless I feel guided to use it, which is very rare. And then I'm going to use my Magical Spells Oracle cards just to do something fun with that. But let's see what's going on. Thank you, y'all. I was inspired by Khalees back in the day, like early Khalees, like late 90s, early 2000 Khalees. So that's what I'm on right now. So, all right, let's tap into the energy. I'm going to just do a general energy spread. I'm not going to do like a specific spread, but just whatever spirit wants to tell us type of energy. So I'm going to tap into the Scorpio new moon. This meaning, when I say it's Scorpio new moon, I'm not talking about that this is only for people with Scorpio or whatever in their chart. I'm talking about like the moon is actually stationed in Scorpio. So what's up, everybody? If I don't call everybody else specifically by name, don't feel no type of way. Thank you, China. Yeah, I do like to switch it up. Okay. Alright, so let's get into it. The Scorpio new moon, how is it going to affect us collectively? Those of us who are here gathered, or whoever is meant to resonate. And these cards flew out already. So we have the 7 of Wands, which is, it's the scepters, I think, in here. The scepters. The Lust card, which is the Strength card. The Star card. These all came out for me earlier, so I don't know what's going on. And then the World card. So we have a lot of major arcana cards. I'm going to pull one more. So we can have 5 cards total. Divine Spirit, one more card. No, Spirit's like, take 2. Okay, so we have the 9 of Scepters, which is the 9 of Wands. The Knight of Spears, which is like the Knight of Pentacles. So let's see what's going on. Okay, so the first card that I picked up was the 7 of Wands. So some of you guys, I feel like this is a past tense energy, or this is what you're wanting to do, is to move past this energy of feeling blocked or feeling stagnant. For some of you guys, you're ready to come out, because this man is like, he's wearing like a bear suit or something. Looks like he's carrying a bear, or he's wearing a bear suit. Bears for me are a sign of protection or like mothering energy. So on top of that, I feel like you guys are being protected. You guys do have some loving energy around you. I believe that this is Mars and Leo energy, the 7 of Wands. So this has something to do with your confidence, your charisma, your courage, your faith, your passion. So some of you guys could be a little burnt out energetically, or feeling like you guys are burnt out. Maybe you are, maybe you aren't, but I feel like you guys are being spiritually protected because there's this alligator in the back. So there may be some energies that you've steered away from. It might seem rough, but it could have been worse. It could have been way worse. So also with the lust card, this is the strength card. Yeah, so this has something to do with your power. Okay. So this is Leo energy too. It's the lust card in this deck, so it's kind of like you guys are attracting certain energies to you, or you guys are having a hard time with manifesting what you want. Even though this woman seems to have the juice, she has the sauce. Like she's riding this lion, but it's like a four-headed lion. It has all these different faces, so it's like you have the power and the strength to carry different hats. So you can be like, one minute you can be this outgoing, confident person. The next person you can be very empathetic, very vulnerable. Then the next minute you can be a little insecure sometimes. So you have these different aspects of yourself that you carry, but it's like at the same time you're very strong than you realize yourself to be. And I feel like that's your strength and that's your power, but you're not seeing that. And I feel like Spirit's trying to remind you of this. You know, it's kind of that saying, it's kind of like, I feel like the fact that these two cards are representing Leo energies, I feel like it's that saying, like with the like church people say, God never gives you too much that you can't handle. It's that type of energy. So the star card, which is Aquarian energy, so the star card I feel like represents Spirit's guidance or approach to this situation. So because we're in this phase, even though it's in Scorpio energy I feel is telling you to let go and release, but it's also tapping into the lower chakras as well, which your sexual energy, because Scorpio also rules with death and sex. You know, those are lower vibrational, not really lower vibrational things, but the physical realm, death and sexuality and passions and lust and desire. So I feel in some way you can utilize those energies in a powerful way depending on how you use it. Okay. One thing also is about releasing energies, is letting go. So pouring this energy out and then pouring one energy in. So it's like you have to find balance in what you're releasing and then the energies that you're putting into. Because I feel like that's going to help you find alignment with exactly wherever this is that you're trying to go, whether it be specific goals and specific desires. Right now, it's like you're even more so capable of that. You have some very powerful cards. You have the Strength card. You have the Star card. You have the World card. The World card, which is the Universe card in this deck. Okay, it's interesting. This represents your focus. And I feel like where Spirit wants you to place your focus is, and it's funny because the snake, she seems like she's working with the snake, and snakes are also symbols of transformation and rebirth, which the Scorpio energy is about too. So I feel like something's coming for circle. You guys are finally releasing something that needs to be released. It doesn't have to be one specific thing. These can be multiple energies. These could be people. These can be thought patterns, feelings, anything that could be blocking you. Is finally coming to an end with the World card. This is the last major arcana card in the deck. So something is coming full circle, like they say with the World card typically. But I feel the fact that she's handling this snake or him, whatever it is, and I always tend to see the World card as androgynous. So I'm getting balance again. There's this balancing energy. But she's handling, or he's handling the snake flawlessly. That tells me that whatever this transformation is taking place, you got this. It's almost like you've been prepared with the Seven of Wands, even if you don't see it like that. It is what it is. Then you have the Nine of Wands, which is the conclusion. And then the extra card was the Knight of Pentacles. So I'm getting that this was a long time coming, but the conclusion of this is like you got this one last push, this extra push. You guys been through different cycles. If you look at these pictures here, you've gone through hurt and pain. Some of you, this is breakups, this is losses. It's kind of hard to see. You guys had to walk away from certain things. Maybe people have walked away from you, and this is you, you know, with your mules or whatever. This could be bulls, dogs, whatever, your companions. Regardless of what left your life, there's still something that you do have. You still have abundance. You still have companionship. You still have love of others. You still got something to appreciate, but it's like these things haven't broken you. You still got one last extra push, that one last fight. With the Knight of Pentacles, you could just be chilling right now, though. Kind of just flowing with the energy, which is cool. You're not pushing anything. Or this is you feeling a little more stable, a little more grounded in that. Where are we at? We're not even an hour in. So, I'm going to pull from the Isis Oracle. I only use her ever so often. Because this is, I love this deck. It's like one of those treasure decks that you don't have to use all the time. Thank you so much for your love and guidance. And I'm going to use Isis energy because something, it's like I'm picking up like Isis energy for this moon. And Oya too. Something about Oya energy. I would say Shango. Especially Sandra Morte. And I work with her all the time. I call her my homegirl because she comes through with a lot of stuff. I should have used her deck too. It would only be fitting for the Scorpio energy. I should. I don't even know what I did with that deck, but let's see. Let's see what the Isis Oracle has to say. Rising Sun, the Divine Solar Child Reborn. Yep, this is a transformation, transformative energy, rebirth. The color green, the heart chakra. So this could be rebirth and things that you love or aspects that you loved about yourself. It could also represent transformations in love and relationships, compassion, forgiveness, you know. So we're in a Venus retrograde still, remember that, and that's the planet of love. And Isis is kind of like that. She, to me, is one of the, like, love goddesses. Like, oh, it could be like Oshun or Aphrodite or, you know. So I kind of associate her with, like, that Venus energy, too. But, so if you guys might recognize that you guys are healing certain dynamics with people, friends, family, love, relationships, yourself, most importantly yourself. And the Sun card, or the Sun energy, the rising Sun, not necessarily, some of you guys, this could be reconciliation with your children if you have a son, or if you're a man, this could be reconciliation with your mother, or some sort of healing with your mother or your son, whatever the case may be. But for others, it could represent revitalization in the matters of the heart. So I'm going to read what the book has to say, because it's going to go a little bit deeper, of course. Okay. This is long, so just bear with me. With the rising sun, it says, a dark phase and struggle is over. A new phase is upon you, one of hope, glory, light, and triumph. It is one through boldness, persistence. Even when you felt like giving up, you chose to stay strong. Thank you, Isis. I knew, see, I only use her when I feel guided to use her deck. And here it is. You chose to stay strong, to surrender to the divine and continue with the path. You've been through so much, and now victory is upon you, beloved. For the divine solar child, a new consciousness is within you, is born. As we journey into the ancient feminine, there are many, many times when we meet her dark face. And that's kind of like that Sandra Morte, because she's a skull, so her appearance is dark. Her energy looks dark. But when you look beyond the surface, really, she's loving. She has a loving energy. She's sweet. Like I said, she's like a down-to-earth homegirl working with her. So that's just kind of what I'm picking up. And death can be scary to some people. It has an evil contents. It has a very mourning, whatever, sorrow-like feel to it. But really, death is beautiful, because when we see that certain things have to die, it leads to life elsewhere, or birth elsewhere, or if someone passes on, physical death, you know that more than likely they're somewhere else better, or it's better than this realm. You know what I'm saying? So that's all in itself. That's a whole other topic. But it says we must be patient, accepting, allowing. Often we meet are the difficulties of birth, literal and symbolic. We might feel great emotional or physical pain, spiritual barret, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, alone and yearning for deeper union, perhaps even wondering if what you seek could be a genuine experience or if it's the stuff of daydreams and fantasies. During times of despair and struggle, we come back to our hearts, searching for faith within, searching for signs to support us as we take the long journey down the spiritual birth canal into love, even greater expression. It might take us weeks, months, or many, many years to birth ourselves over and over again into more of our divine essence. Some birthing processes that are deeply profound will feel as though they take most, if not all, of our lifetime on this planet. At another level, many lifetimes will constitute one birth process. However, no matter how much we encounter the inner workings of the womb of the divine feminine, there are always moments of entering the light of birth into a new world, as a new being, into a reality transformed. This is long. These moments are precious and herald the beginning of a new level of divinity expressed, often deeply creative in new ways. The divine solar child being born brings new light into your life, likely to express itself in multiple forms. Revived and new relationships, like I said, new inspirations and opportunities in your work and spiritual life, more love and enjoyment, new or more energized community, greater well being and experience in your body, creative abilities that you didn't even realize you had, opening up effortlessly, and you surrender, or sorry, as you surrender to allow the body and creative facility to flow. These are more these are some of the gifts, sorry, these are some of the gifts that are given to you by the universe at the cosmic baby shower for the birth of the divine solar child. The sweetness of this gift of this new life make all that came before it so sacred and worthwhile. To honor and accept the past and the courage it to require us, what, that doesn't make no sense, and the courage it required of us, and yet to accept that it is now time to turn our face to the light and partake of the fruits of our inner labors, is what this oracle ordains. Symbolized by the headdress of cow horns, what am I talking about? Cow horns with a golden disc within, worn by Egyptian goddesses, including Isis, and the symbolism of Isis nursing her divine son child, Horus, at her breast. The oracle of the rising sun brings with it a new day, dawn, breakthrough, end of struggle, and genuine and stable birth of optimism and hope for you now. So it has like a little ritual that you can do. It's not really necessary, but that's pretty much the essence of this energy that I'm picking up. So I hope that makes sense. Alegua. Yeah. I'm glad we here. Like, y'all get like the inspiration for this hair. Like, I had to dye this wig. I had to dye it. It was blonde. It's blonde. It has like black roots. I had to dye it pink, and I had to go through several different methods because you can use like ink dye, and I couldn't find ink dye, and somebody's like, you can use acrylic paint or acrylic oils or some shit like that. That didn't take. I tried permanent markers. That didn't work. And then, well, some of the pink took, but it didn't come out pink like I wanted it to. So I had to opt for a hairspray too to make it stick. And then alcohol and hairspray to make it stick, make the color stick. Okay. So I'm going to do a pick a card. Obviously, you're not going to be able to see it, so you just meditate on the number, I guess. So I'm going to do a pick a card for what it is that you possibly will be manifesting or should manifest that will be of your highest good this weekend, or this week. Sorry, this week during this new moon energy. So I'm going to do 3 different cards, and I'm going to use a magical spell oracle deck. And these are not like freaky like stuff that you don't want to do, like I got to cut some chicken heads. Like, it's not anything like that. Or, you know, stuff that people think that spiritual people do when they say, oh, I'm doing a spell or ritual. They think of something evil automatically. So it's not these are light cards, okay? It's not like that. So 3 cards, Divine Spirit. Okay, this will be card number 1, card number 2, card number 3. Okay. Give you guys a moment to meditate on the chords. So this is either what you are manifesting during the moon, or what would be a good suggestion of something that you could manifest or set an intention for during the new moon. What's up, everybody? I know this is so random, but I just started my menstrual cycle today. And I like that either on new moons and full moons because it makes me feel in tuned with the moon. And it lets me know that I'm like really like... And it's a sexual, like, well, Scorpio has sexual energy vibes to it. And it's also like I'm, you know, women, when you're on the menstrual, they're, you know, what I mean. All right, let's go. I hope you guys are ready. I'm trying to think of one for me to pick. I'm trying to think, because I didn't see them, I don't think. I don't think I saw the cards, so I'm going to think of a number. Okay, so I'm going to start with card number 1. Card number 1, New Beginnings, number 44. So number 44 is like, that's a powerful number in itself. That's like the, I don't know if you guys ever heard of the universal law, number 44. Or it's also known to be an angelic number or angelic gateway. So the New Beginnings card comes out for you, card number 1. So let's see, because that's fitting for this energy. It's actually on point. Okay. So in every life there are times when we feel that a fresh start is what would be best. This spell could truly confirm this to be true and to help you. The universe has delivered you this spell. If you were chosen by this spell card, a new beginning would indeed be best for all concerned. But how can you achieve that in the best way? Work this spell and allow its magic to guide you to a place and a path where you're not running or hiding, but progressing into a brave new future. Let your second skin breathe. If you've chosen this spell, the universe asks you not to consider running away, as it is simple. It's simple, not the best option. Instead, cast this spell and consider the new path that staying may actually provide. Then act wisely. The karmic returns will be extraordinarily positive for you. So this is, they give you like options. You guys, there's like 44 people in here. That's funny. So, and someone just left. Every time I say that, I guess it was just meant for me to see that. Anyway, so it says, gather a feather from a natural place, a seashell found from the shore. If you obviously don't have a seashore around you, you can find seashells somewhere, I'm sure. An oil of bergamot. I really don't know how to use that word. It's B as in boy, E as in Edward, R, G as in goat, A, M as in Matthew, O, T as in Tom. Recreate a significant corner of your world, okay? So then it asks you, what do you wish to recreate? If it's work, splash 9 drops of bergamot oil onto a clean soft cloth and wipe down your work area until it's clean, sparkling, and sweet smelling. An energy sweep with a new broom can reestablish the energy in your house, and bell ringing works too. Yeah, that's one thing. Bell ringing, smudging, sage, Palo Santo, cedar, cider grass, whatever it's called. You can use that. Florida water. You can use a road opening candle. I use road opener candles. You don't have to do that. Do whatever you want to do. If I don't have a road opener candle handy, cleansing and smudging works just as good. You can use white candles to cleanse energy. You can do that. Okay, card number 2. Spell number 10, authenticity. Okay, so let's see. Card number 2, spell number 10, authenticity. Sometimes in life we make choices that pull us away from our center, from who we really are. Sometimes these choices are small, sometimes they're large. But if they begin to accumulate, what we can find ourselves looking in the metaphorical mirror one morning and wondering, is this who I really am? This spell will help you leave authentically. Help you live, sorry. Live authentically. Where did I stop off at? Without separation from your ethics, beliefs, and dreams. It will help integrate the aspirations your higher self has for you with who you are right now, and ultimately can enrich and empower your life every day. If this card has chosen you, the universe asks you to remember the dreams and ideals that seem to have been covered over by years of living in the real world. The universe is sending you a clear message that it's not only possible to be truly yourself, it's the most exciting and safe path of all. If you've chosen this as a spell you wish to work, you may feel detached from your true self, but take heart. You are on your way, you are on your way to reconnecting with your most authentic path. So, authenticity spell, This is the spell. It's kind of hard to see. I think maybe that's what it was. No, it's not. Doesn't matter. Anyway, so at the dark of the moon, prepare a miniature feast for you alone. Light your room with yellow candles for truth, and cover the table in white cloth for honesty. Pour yourself a glass of wine spiced with herbs to celebrate who you are. Include these herbs in your feast. Star anise or anise, it's spelled A as in Annie, N as in Nancy, I, S as in Sam, E as in Edward, for luck. Basil for focus. Rosemary to remember who you really are. Eat your feast, savoring each morsel, and know that as you eat and drink, you are returning to your truest self. After your meal, say 3 times, I know I'm divinely protected. I am who I am, and who I am is very good indeed. Okay. Oh, you guys are lucky number 3. Look what you got. You guys got romance. And this is spell number 23, which adds up to number 5, which is about changes. What's good? All right. Romance, number 23. So, romance is a necessary part of relationships. The magic of romance is that it can reconnect you as mythical, mythical souls on a romantic journey through life together. Everyone has to take care of their practicalities, but by inviting romance into our lives, we revere the review, or I can't, I need to stop reading. This reminds me of school when I used to have to, read in front of the class, and I'd be like, let me hurry up and read it, and then I start stumbling, and I sound stupid. The power of two joining together. There is a sacred power here. It's legendary for good reason. Enjoy the lavish romance the spell will kindle. You're a divine being, and this is a true romance. If you were chosen by this spell, the universe is prompting you to invite some magic back into your life or relationship. Get to it. All else can wait until this spell has helped you to recapture your divinity. If you've chosen this spell, you are weary of the everyday and want some magic in your relationships or life. Rightfully so. Cast this spell and let it weave an enchantment that will remind you of your role as a soul with a mystical romantic destiny. They try to make this shit sound so hype. Okay, romance spell. Okay. On a Friday at 7 at night, anoint 2 red candles with jasmine and essential rose oil. You can make your own rose oil. Do I have a video on how to do that? You can probably find somebody on YouTube doing it, but you can make your own. Surround each with rose petals. So surround your candles with rose petals and place them at least 3 feet apart. Light them, move back, and gaze into the flames. Feel them burn in your own heart. Every night thereafter, move the candles closer until on the 7th night they burn down together. Bury the wax in the earth and know that romance will come. So I guess you can use red candles at 7-day candles. Those are easy to find typically. Walmart has them. Mexican markets usually, those are the plugs. You can find I don't know if you guys have Food City where you guys are or something, a ranch market. they have candles like that. Sometimes Walgreens, it depends. If you guys can't find, you can go online and find them. Somebody might have them on a website, or you can just find them somewhere. But yeah, or you can just find like a pretty red candle that smells really good or something. You know, it doesn't. Yeah. So that is a pick a card. Well, you better get to it, Elon. I guess that's your spell is calling out to you. Now, what I wanted to get into before we start, because I want to start the manifestation process at 11:11. So everybody, if you guys have, maybe you already did. I already did this. I've already wrote down what I want to release. Why it's important every new moon to set an intention of what you want to let go of, because it's like, say you have like a closet full of old clothes from high school or clothes that you can't fit. Like me, I'm not the same size that I used to be back in the day. So a lot of clothes in my closet I had to get rid of. Some of them I refuse to let go because it's like I still want to wear that, or I'm going to wear it. I'm going to figure out how to wear it or whatever. So you might have it in there. You might have an ex-boyfriend, ex-girlfriend's shirt or something in the closet that you refuse to let go of. So with every new moon, it's like you need to clean out your closet because you're asking for new things. It's a new moon. You're setting new intentions. So you can't ask for new things with this old stuff. So say, for instance, you want love. That's the most typical thing for most people. You want love, but you're holding on to the ex-man. You know, I'm not talking shit because I know how it is. But you could be subconsciously holding on to that person, whether it's the anger, the resentment, you haven't forgiven this guy, this woman, or, you know, you're still sleeping with him, or, you know he's no good or she's no good, but you're still dealing with that person, but you're asking for a good man, you're asking for a good woman, but you're still dealing with trash. So it's like, until you clean out your closet, you can't welcome in that new Gucci sweater. You know, I don't know. You can't welcome it until you release it. So write down, and you got to meditate first, y'all. It's hard to really center yourself and hear yourself clearly when your mind is racing. So it's like, center yourself. This is the most important part of manifesting, the most important part of setting intentions, doing any spell. If your mind and your intentions are not clear, the power surrounding it is not going to work. And I'll give you an example. If I'm setting an intention that I want a new bicycle for Christmas, but I have it in the back of my mind, how am I going to pay for it? How is it going to happen? Is it going to happen by Christmas like I want it to happen? Is it going to be pink? Or is it going to be shitty? Am I going to have to get it from the Goodwill? Is it going to come from a yard sale? Is it going to be brand new? Is it going to be this? You got all this stuff in the back of your head, or something telling you you can't afford it. It's not going to be easy to get it. So there, you're already setting up blockages for yourself, whether you realize it or not. So meditating, clearing your mind first, and looking at, what do I need to remove? What type of shit what's blocking me right now? If I want love in my life, I'm telling myself, that's never going to happen. That's stupid. I gained too much weight. Nobody want that. They want Instagram models. No, I'm too old. No. All this stupid stuff we tell ourselves, and we got that in the back of our mind as we're writing, I want true love, and I want him to be like this, and when he comes, and then in the back of your mind, you're like, it's going to take too long. It's never going to come. All men are dogs. So, no. So cleanse your mind, and then tell yourself, what is it that I need to release? What do I legit need to release this new moon? Whether it be about whatever I'm setting my intentions for, or if it just be for the mere fact that I want to cleanse all this stuff before new year comes, that's what I did. What I want to release for this year, so I can prepare for a new year. And then whatever else I'm trying to set intentions. If I have blockages that are preventing whatever I'm asking for, then that's what it is. So this is my little moon journal that I use I'm not going to say I use it every month, because that'd be a lie. When I feel guided to, I journal in this moon journal. So I already did that. What I'm going to do, or suggest that you guys do, if it's prayer, if it's a meditation, if it's a cleansing bath, which I took a cleansing shower, because I can't take a cleansing bath because I told you about my little feminine situation. That would be kind of weird taking a bath in that. So I just got a bucket or a picture of all the ingredients that I use in my cleansing baths, and I only use that ever so often. That is not something you should do very often, especially with women, because you know we have our little flower and we can't have that harsh stuff, you know, in that area. So obviously, so I just took a shower and I poured all of that shit onto me. Now I didn't pour it on my head because I had an oil treatment and I don't want no Clorox and all that stuff in my hair after I just did an oil treatment. So I had to wrap it down with some plastic. But I just poured it on my body, on my back, on my neck, on my ears where I can get it, on my front. And then I let it rinse out down the drain. And I washed up as normal afterwards. Like I just used soap and stuff. Cleanse that off too. Double that. So you can also meditate with crystals just to cleanse your energy. I would suggest like rose quartz, maybe for love, but I would more so clear quartz. Sorry, that's what I meant to say, clear quartz. Or you can use road opener candles. These are good for removing blockages. The thing that I like about this is it has a prayer on it. I don't always use these prayers because I feel like it's not personal to me. You can recite your own prayer, do whatever. If you don't have road opener candles, you can find like an orange candle, yellow candles. You can use that to remove blockages, or you can just get a simple white candle and set an intention in that, and that's to purify and clear. I have a lot that I want to do. I need to clear off my mattress of old sex partners off. Not like I got like a whole bunch. And I'm not going to say it like that because that sounds bad. But anybody that I've laid with in this bed, to cleanse off their energy, because I'm not getting rid of my mattress. I can't do that right now. That's not happening. I have a lot of cleansing that I want to do, different rituals that I want to do during this moon, but that's just one of many that I would suggest. So I hope that's not too much. Florida water. Yeah, if mantras and affirmations work for you, they don't really work for me because it sounds like I'm lying to myself. But after a while, they start to become natural. You can write affirmations, you can recite them, you can listen to them while you're asleep. That works too. But for the sake of the fact that you need to be awake and receptive, I would just say just meditate or pray. Ask spirit to remove any blockages for you. Make whatever needs to be known that needs to be released. You know, make it known to you. So then when you do that, what I do, you don't have to do this. When I write down everything that I want to let go of and release, I burn it. I put it in a safe place. I put it in a safe place, and then I burn it. You guys can burn it in a pot. You guys can burn it in, you guys have like a little fire pit outside. If you guys have a fireplace, you can burn it. Flush it down the toilet. Bury it somewhere where you feel safe. Whatever it is, however you feel guided to release it. I just burn mine. I burn my piece of paper and just let it go. Now, what else? I would say, what was I gonna say? As far as like smudging and stuff, sage is powerful. I love Palo Santo wood too, and I love the smell of it better, and it's like the holy wood, so I feel like it's a little more powerful. Not that sage is not powerful, because it is. Some people don't like the smell. So if you're not into the weed smoke smell, the Reggie smell, then maybe it's not for you. But it's easy to find sage. Sage is not hard to find. Florida water, I found this at a grocery store. I have some on my website. I found one in Walmart one time too. So you can find these at Walgreens online too. Because when I Googled them, I'm like, I've never seen these before. Like, I've seen them, but I've never seen them anywhere that I can get it. And then I was like, I think my subconscious was like, you've seen it at the grocery store because it's right here. You just overlooked it. And I was like, okay, there it is. So, yeah, it does work. And then I need to be careful because sometimes it might, like, certain things work for certain people. Like, certain rituals and spells may work for certain, yeah, Reggie, may work for certain people, but sometimes when I burn stuff, like I'll write some intentions, I'm like, I don't want that no more. Like, let me just get rid of it. When I burn it, it actually manifests. I need to be careful with that because, yeah, I need to be careful. So that's a whole nother topic. So then permanent marker or pens. I don't have a permanent marker. I don't know what I did with my permanent marker. This is like a little black, little Crayola marker. And then a black pen to write what you want to release. If you want to make it fun during the new moon, you can make some vision boards. You can get like a little big piece of paper. You can get a little piece of paper and do a little vision board. Put some glitter, some stickers. I don't know, whatever. Leonardo DiCaprio, whatever you want to put on it. Wedding dresses, clippings, I don't know, cars, whatever you feel guided to do. Or you can write something, or you can get a simple, where's my candle? It's on my altar. I'm not getting it. Not getting up. Anyway, you can get like a white tea light. You can get or tea light, whatever. It doesn't have to be a certain color unless it corresponds with something or it means something special. The scent. You like the scent of the candle. You like the design of the candle. You like the color, whatever. You can engrave whatever it is that you set the intention to do, or you can write your intentions and set it underneath your candle. There's so many different ways you can do it. That's just one of the ways that I do it. I'm not going off of what somebody else told me. I use what works for me. But the graving candles, I've heard of other people doing that. Like you can put, I want to manifest love, or $1,000, whatever. You know what I mean? I would say it's a little more powerful to write it out and then just have it sitting on your candle, or you can tape it on your candle, whatever you feel guided to do. You can also dress your candles. I hope I'm not like going too far. I hope you guys are, you know, yeah. I hope you guys are catching speed. Has the law of attraction techniques work for me? I'm going to be honest and say the only thing about law of attraction that has manifested, like visualizations, I'm trying to think. I don't count premonitions and dreams as visualization, so I'm going to say no. Visualization techniques, but it's probably because I haven't really put a lot of energy into that type of stuff. Affirmations don't work for me. I feel like they just don't resonate with me. It sounds forced, so I don't really opt for affirmations. But what I will say is like the law of detachment, that works for me big time, for real. Every time I've let go of something, or I just stopped caring about it, or I really forgot about it, like I got distracted by something else, or I forgot I even asked for it, even wanted it, that's when it manifests. So I can say that works for me. But other than that, like candle work works for me, and other stuff works for me. So what am I missing? Okay, I might like lose some people on this because everybody has their own take on like magic, and some people don't even want to deal with that because that's not in their belief systems, which I totally respect. That's fine. I haven't had any issues with this, but of course you always want to make sure that you are divinely protected and you know what you're doing. You know that you're not dabbling into some other energy, because it's like people just look at spirituality as this or that. And it's kind of like ignorant to think that there's not energies out there that will tamper and mess with you. And it's not because you're doing tarot, and it's not because, I mean, you can dabble into some demonic energies, you know, through reading the Bible. I've had some really bad energies during the time of reading the Bible, and it has nothing to do with the Bible per se. It could have been where my energy was. It could have been the fear that I was conjuring up that attracted those energies to me. So if you're using tarot, it depends on the person that's using it. It depends on the rituals and the spells that you're doing. Whatever you're doing, you know, you steer yourself. So I'm not one of those people that are hella spooked by spirituality and stuff. I've seen all kind of weird shit. Probably not as scary as other people, but I've seen things that might have been spooky to me. It depends on where you're at with yourself and your spirituality, whether that stuff really freaks you out. Because I don't give my energies to negative entities like that. I don't give them that much power. I know they exist. If I give them the power, then of course they're going to do some freaky shit. And I'm going to be in here like in the corner like, oh shit, like, no. So, yeah, we live in a multifaceted universe. Anywho, so what I was about to say, with the sex energy, Sex magic is very powerful, and especially with manifesting. I've done it with myself. Now, what I mean by that is, like, just bear with me. Just bear with me. I don't want to, like, freak anybody out or disgust anybody. But, what was I going to say? So, because the fact that we're, like, in a Scorpio energy, Scorpio, like I said, deals with sexuality and the occult. So, if you guys are scared of the word occult because YouTube has raped it and demonized it with these stupid Illuminati videos and, oh, the celebrities are doing the third eye and all that dumb shit. If you're spooked out by that, like, just go. Because I don't want to try to convince anyone and make people think that I'm trying to convert them into some bullshit. It's not that. But anyway, so utilizing sexual energy and sexual magic is very powerful for your manifestation spells. Now, you guys bear with me. When I used, it was one of the full moons or new moons, I had did a goddess ritual, goddess spell for myself to help myself with my image as far as loving myself, which was very powerful. So what did I do? I set up a little mini altar. I had both feminine and masculine energy. So I used a fruit that I felt corresponds with the vagina, the womb. So I used a pomegranate. I don't know why, but I used a pomegranate. I could have used like a peach or anything, but I went with a pomegranate. So I cut open a pomegranate, and then I used a banana for obviously the male energy. So I put it on an altar. I put like all these pretty flowers, and then I had a rose, what's her name? Sorry. Virgin Mary, and I dressed my candle with my menstrual blood. Yes, I did. I was on my menstrual cycle, and I said, this is something powerful, and I'm going to use this to empower myself. I dressed it with honey. I dressed it with rose oil. I dressed it with my Oshun oil, which has different oils and stuff in it and different ingredients. So that's what I did. I lit the candle and let it burn for however many days it needed to burn, and after that, I had a whole new perception of myself, and I will tell you, like, that stuff is powerful. On another note, I have done rituals where I've obviously, you know, you play with yourself, but you don't climax, and that's not easy for some people. And you don't focus on, like, you can't sit there watching Pornhub and think about manifesting your dream house. So it's like you kind of have to be in that zone where you're conjuring up the sexual energy. It's a little more complex than how I'm explaining it, but it's like when you're doing it, you can't be focusing on Idris Abel hitting it from the back, because that's not going to work, or you and SZA in the back seat or something. You can't do that. It's not going to work like that. You have to be pure in the mind, and your focus has to be on that dream house. You know what I mean? It has to be on the dream house, and you can't climax. So kind of have to stop. It's more powerful, I'm sure, with another person. Have I ever done that? No. I probably something is so wrong. My examples are weird, but oh my lord, I've never tried it with anybody. I would like to try it with someone together, like me and a man, like together with the focus, the same intent, where we're trying to manifest, whether it's like, I want some free Chipotle today just to see if it works, then do that. Also, when you work with another person, you want to make sure that that man or that woman's energy is pure. You want to make sure that that person's energy is in the right space to manifest with them, because if they're not in the right space, then you're just wasting your time even doing it with them. But always try it with yourself first. You can try to manifest some Cold Stone ice cream for free or something one day, just to see if it works. Or, you know, you can go a little bit higher and say, I'm trying to manifest some Louis Vuittons or something for free. I don't know. So anyway, that's just one thing. You guys can use semen if you want to. You guys can use your menstrual blood if you want to. It sounds a little bit like that spirit cooking stuff, and I don't know too much about that, but I'm not going to get into all that. But I'm going off of things that I've tried and I've done. And if you think that your own bodily fluids is evil, then that's just something on you. So, like I said, I might lose some people on that. It is what it is. So that's what happens. And I think Edgar Allan Poe, I don't think he went into the fact, I don't think he actually masturbated. I think he just utilized that passion and that desire that he had for women to help him write some of his best stories. So sexual energy is very powerful. It's also, it can tie into the Kundalini energy if you use it right. If you're not on lower frequencies, like sex magic is not about you getting your rocks off. It's for a spiritual purpose. So it's like you kind of gotta, it's like you gotta align yourself spiritually. It has to come from a higher intention and higher perspective. It's not about, oh, me and my man, we getting it in and we're trying to manifest a house. I mean, you do need that powerful energy though. You do need to be in the space of love to manifest. That's what it is. The heart chakra is a power. Once you get to the heart chakra in any instance, whether it be with a job, whether it be with a new baby, with your man, when you get to that point where you get to your heart chakra, that's powerful, because then it opens up your truth. It opens up your insight. It opens up your channels. So that's just part of it. Like I said, it's complex. You guys can look into that yourself, but I'm just going off of what I've done personally. Like I said, I've never done it with another person. These are just things I've done by myself, and it's worked. So yeah. What else? Honey jars. You can use honey jars. You guys can use like little manifestation jars, mojo bags. I haven't had luck with mojo bags, so I wouldn't suggest that personally unless you try it on your own. But I didn't have any luck with the mojo bag. I've used honey jars. That's up for debate. It could still be like doing its thing. I don't know. Even the mojo bag probably was doing its thing, but I went back and was like, that's really not what I want. And that's the thing about me. I'm a person that's very indecisive, so if I set an intention, I need to be real clear if that's really what I want, because I might go back and be like, why did I ask for that? I don't really need that. I don't really want that. I don't know if that's really in my highest good. I don't know where I was coming from when I asked for that. So I'm that type of person. But yeah, where are we at? We're not at 11 yet. We're quite close, but we're not there yet. You guys have a question? Maybe that would be helpful. Oh, you talking about you and Empire State Building? Yeah. Empire State Building? Yeah, I'm weird, you guys. I'm not weird like that. I think probably more people you probably would consider weird or scary or something. I don't know why, but yeah. That's a part of this energy too. Like, I need to release a lot of things. Okay, I'm talking about for the sake of manifestation purposes. You guys have a question? No, I've never had that diamond though, I don't think. For a beginner, I wouldn't dabble into spells like that unless you're ready. And I'm not saying it like to spook you or to scare you, because there's nothing really to be spooked out or scary about. But it's like, it's a method to it. It's, you go off of what works for you. Like, you can go off of other people's, you can go off of books and stuff. I don't really do all that. Like, sometimes I do, you know, I take some notes from other people that practice hoodoo. Hoodoo and voodoo, they're different, but both are old practices from my culture. So it's been demonized. So a lot of people from my culture don't even realize that they already do stuff like that, like birthday candles and wreaths on your door, like all kind of don't sweep me with the broom on my feet stuff, like all that stuff. Like, come on. What I would suggest as far as like starting off with manifestation spells, I would work with candles. Those are like the most light, most easiest ways to start. Writing, sigils. If you don't know what sigil magic is, you can look it up. That's one way to do it. Just visual things, maybe start doing that. But the heavy stuff like sex and all that other stuff might not be as, you know what I mean? So I'm talking about African spirituality, just period, and shamanism and all that stuff. Like, all that stuff is natural to my culture. It's natural. Shamanism, for one thing, with the Native American ancestry, that stuff, I don't know why my family is like so spooked. We were raised in spirituality, and we were also raised in Christianity first. I feel Christianity came into my family late. So I don't even know why some people are, some of my family is and some of my family is not like hung up on religion like that. But I was born into Christianity. But it is what it is. And it's not to say, like, because I'm into spiritual stuff like this, that I don't believe in a higher power, that I don't believe that there's a cause and effect, there's consequences, or that I don't believe that there's lower vibrational entities or energies. That does not mean that. But when you work with these things, if you're going into things spooked out and expecting something bad to happen or something evil to happen, because those things are going to happen regardless of if you're doing anything with magic or you're using tarot cards or you're reading astrology, all this stupid shit that people say don't do, when in the Bible they were following astrology to find Jesus. So I don't want to hear all that. Like, people are very ignorant to some things sometimes, and I'm not going to say ignorant in a sense like they're stupid, but because kind of just unlearned and been programmed and steered in someone else's direction of what to believe. So I don't know. There's been times where I struggle, like, am I doing something wrong? And I have to go back to that programming. Like, I've been programmed to believe in certain things. And if I go back far enough into history, this type of stuff is just kind of forced on my people to believe in that stuff. And whatever their spiritual beliefs were, they were taught that it was evil. So that's just a whole nother thing, but I'm not gonna get into that. Anyway, yeah, you guys have any other questions before 11:11 before we get this going? If I'm distracting you, let me know, because you guys might want to write your intentions and stuff, but just let me know. Just let me know. But you can't be scared. Like, if you want to work with certain things, or you want to work with Oshun, and you want to work with Ganesha and all these other deities, and don't make them your god. Like, work with them like in a way like we work it together. We're partners. We got this. Don't make them your god. Like, that's the difference. Like, I think people kind of look at that and be like, oh, you have an altar set up for something, that means you worship it. It's an aspect of you in a way. These are just tools. Like, spells and rituals are tools. Tarot cards are tools. Dominoes or feathers, whatever you're using, paper, they're all tools to the other side. You're the powerful vessel. Your energy, your higher self, your spiritual guides, God, the universe, whatever, that's the powerful tool. The other, or the powerful energy, that's the plug. Everything else is just a tool. You know what I mean? What's up, sis? How are you? How are you? My mom's twin is in the live. I'm just playing. They do look like sisters. But yeah. And I'm not like no guru. Like, I'm not like, I think I'm a baby to this stuff, but I do what works for me though. I do what works for me. Do you know what spiders in a dream means? Spiders in a dream, I don't know it. I know spiders just like, because I asked about this, because I had a candle and I was doing a releasing spell, I think it was. Like, I wanted to set an intention in one of my candles to release some energy, and it was some dead spiders in it, and I was scared, like, does that mean anything bad? And then I looked it up, and I think spiders have something to do with protection. They can also be binding. I forgot what else. Building, or just being more on top of what you're building. You can look into it, but I'm not too sure about that. What if there's trick spirits? Yeah, there's trickster spirits, but you gotta be discerning. Like, if something doesn't feel right, like, this is just what I believe. your intuition, your angels, your guides, divine spirit will never lead you astray. They won't allow you to be. You're going to get hints. It's up to you, your free will choice, whether you ignore the signs or not. Spirit's going to give you a hint, like something ain't right. They'll probably show it to you more than once, twice. You might get dreams about something that's off, and it's up to you to be like, I'm going to pay attention to that and just be on guard. Like, I shouldn't trust that person, or I need to research this a little bit more, or I shouldn't go to this party tonight. But if it's up to you, if you go, I don't know, maybe I should just see, like, maybe this person's not so bad, and then that person might not do anything as scary as you thought they were going to do, but they do something to make you go, oh, that's why I was getting those emotions or those feelings. That's like your discernment. So trickster spirits can only do so much if you allow. It's like spirit gives, I don't know. This is just how I feel. We give too much power away to fear, and fearing these lower energies out here, whether it be a trickster spirit, whether it be a demonic or evil spirit or whatever people are afraid of. When you feed into that, you give it power. Those things don't have no power like that. They really don't. Especially if you're operating from a higher vibration, that stuff cannot really get you like that. Like, it'll try, and even the most powerful person does succumb to lower vibration sometimes, because we are humans. That happens. It's 11. Okay, we're almost there. I just learned not to be scared of anything anymore. I just learned not to. Not that I know of. Is it Miss Scene? Miss Sign, Miss Scene? But I just learned not to do that anymore. Like, I've been spiritually attacked before, and that's because I didn't protect myself. Like, I always get signs that I need to be more cautious of who I allow in my space, or I need to cleanse every time I do a reading. Not to say that I'm working with evil people, but, you know, you're attached to their energies when you're asking, you know, you're tapping into their energies and what they're going through. They could be going through some really tough stuff. They could be going through heartache. They can be going through confusion. They could be going through fear. When I'm tapping into that, plus if they're asking about, you know, what's wrong with my mom, or this dude that they're seeing, and they have an attachment to him, so I'm picking up on his energy, I'm picking up on the mom's energy, whatever. You gotta cleanse yourself. It's only a given. And even those who don't read for people, but you interact with people on a day-to-day basis, you listen to their drama on the phone, you're kind of taking that all in. So it's like, you gotta, somewhere down the line, detach or protect your energy or cleanse your energy. So cleanse your energy, protect your energy. Archangel Michael is very powerful, by the way. You can work with him. But that's just what I'm getting. You just gotta be discerning. And we all got discernment. Just because I read cards don't mean that I might have a little more deeper insight or intuition because I tap into it often. Like, it's repetitious. I'm constantly doing it, so it gets higher, like a little kid. Little kids do, you know, when they read and write often, they're going to become great readers and writers, right? So if you use your intuition often, even without cards, even without dominoes, shells, whatever other stuff that you use, or automatic writing, but just by your day-to-day listening to your intuition, I shouldn't take that turning lane, or I need to go this route for whatever reason, or I need to call this person, I don't know why I need to call them, I don't know why I need to check up on them. When you start listening to yourself more, the stronger your intuition and discernment gets. Alright. And it's almost there. It's almost time, y'all. So yeah, let me cleanse. I want to make sure that I'm good. Even though I did this 1,000 times. You don't always have to cleanse yourself all the time, like obsessively, but you do want to do that. I sleep with crystals under my pillow too, and that just helps me get a peaceful night's sleep. It also protects me in my sleep, because I be traveling. I think everybody travels, we just don't realize it, but I be traveling in my sleep, and I want to make sure that I'm not going somewhere crazy. And I have some really lucid dreams, and maybe that's why, because I have crystals around my bed and stuff, and I be having some really vivid movie-like dreams. I love Palo Santo. It's so bomb. It just smells good. I think that's why I burn it all the time. But even I've had this. I think it was about this big when I first had it. I had this since February, I think, and it's only here. It's only right here, and it usually it's like this big. So this is lasted almost a year. Good for you. I'm not gonna burn my road opening candle. Just I want to do this on my own privacy and my own time. On my own time. Oh, you can use the evil eye for protection too if you want. You can wear it on a necklace. You can wear it on a bracelet. You can have a little sticker or sigil somewhere where you can see it. Put it underneath your bed. But it's just good to reflect. I kind of use it as a mirror. Like I can see some bullshit from a mile away, whether it be my discernment or my own bullshit. Because sometimes we be on our bullshit too. It ain't just outside sources. Like, I'm not out here trying to pretend like I don't got some drama and some bullshit. I know I can be a handful for some people, and I can be annoying to some people. It is what it is. The ponchos. What oh. Wait, hold on. I didn't mean to put you. I don't know if I put you as a monitor, Ilani, or moderator, or I don't know what I did. What was I gonna say? I wanted to say something about yeah, I found mine today. I couldn't find it when I first moved, and then I went through all my jewelry and I found it. So I'm like, good. I've been looking for you. And that little, this was I used to have this on my reading table. I need to put it back on there. I couldn't find it. So this is another thing. These are like protective omens, or what they call them, talismans, talismans. I don't know. You know what I mean. Okay. What's up, Crystal Soul? I don't know what happened. But yeah, that's just one of the ways. And again, these are just tools, you guys. They're not the end all be all. They're just tools. They're just one of the ways, you know. Florida water is not going to fix, you know, your whole life, and crystals are not going to attract love to you alone. You know what I mean? You got to do the work on your own. There's other things that you have to do. They're just tools. You know what I mean? Okay. Ilani, you know I have a hard time with pronunciation. It's almost 11:11, you guys. So before we start, I just want to say, if you guys have your intention set, have it in your hand, in your mind. If you got it typed up on your phone, or you wrote it out, you have it in your mind, you have it in your heart, just sit on it. Hopefully everybody removed any blockages that could be preventing them from manifesting it. And since we're all here together, if whatever we're asking be of our highest good, if there's people involved, like if y'all trying to manifest somebody from BTS or something like that to marry you, I'm just saying, if that be of your highest good and that person's highest good, if spirit sees that that's fit, then who am I to judge? But I'm not against the free will thing like that. So, but I'm going to let it pass. If there's other people involved, and Ethan, don't be trying to manifest Jake Gyllenhaal. I'm just playing. But, so we're all just gonna, so we're all just gonna just meditate on what we really want, and for everybody that be of their highest good, or if something better comes along, let's keep it open and all just meditate on what we want and really trust that if it's of our highest good, it will happen. If it's not of our highest good, something better will come. So if you want a Volkswagen buggy from the 60s and spirit's like, that's some shitty shit, that's not gonna work, I'm gonna get you something way doper than that, I got you, then be open to that. Okay. You don't have to tell anybody what you've what you're trying to intend or manifest. This is something that I've learned, y'all. You can't tell everybody your goals and your plans because, for one, some people are haters. For two, some people just don't have that belief in themselves, so they're not going to believe it for you. Number three, they might steal your idea. Number four, just don't do it. Just keep it to yourself. Like in the Bible, I think it says something similar to the fact that no man should know what you're up to, type of thing. Like keep your prayers and your desires and your heart to yourself and between you and God. Like keep it between you. So you know what I mean. So you got to be careful. You be like, hey, I'm thinking about starting a lunch truck or something with Hello Kitty food, and somebody like, ooh, I'm about to do that. And then you be working on it for months and months, and this girl over here done ran to her auntie that knows how to cook and got the hookup with gourmet food, and then stole your idea. So just be careful who you share your ideas with. Be careful who you tell, because some people will also deter you from your path, whether they're trying to do that actively or that's just their vibration. They don't believe that things can happen for people, so they be like, I don't know, girl. I don't know about that. You know, because last time, you know, when so-and-so did that, girl, she didn't get the job. Don't tell anybody your shit. Unless you trust people. And even then, you just got to be careful, because even then, you don't know if that person is like, I don't know if that's going to happen for you. That's some really big shit. Like, I don't know about that. You want to win the lottery? Like, I don't know. There's too many people trying to win the lottery. I don't know if you can win it. I don't know. Not that they don't want you to. Okay, so here we go. Okay. I'm back. I don't know. I don't want to interrupt anybody, but I'm back. Let me know when everybody's back. Not ASMR. So, I hope everybody is back and they've manifested what they wanted. Just playing. Just playing. Okay. So we're back, you guys. I hope that you guys got all that what you wanted, and we're going to leave it alone. We're not going to dwell on it. We're not going to worry about it. We're just going to let it be. There's no timing on this. If you guys did have like a specific time frame, be open to that time frame, but be open that it will come at an earlier time or maybe a later time, but don't dwell on it. Don't worry about it, okay? Just let it be. Let it go. All right. And so it is. Thank you 3 times. I release it with love. Whatever it is for you, release it with love. Detach. Stay optimistic. If you have a hard time with worrying about things, focus on something else. But yeah, so that is it. I hope that manifests for y'all. And whatever it is that's for you. So, if anybody is watching after this live, you can still do it. It doesn't have to be right at 11:11. I'm kind of like the host of this energy, so I guess I'm kind of projecting out the 11:11 portal energy. So we're all working together, even if you're not. It's not that time. Doesn't matter. It was 11 somewhere for some of you guys watching, so 11 is still that powerful thing. Um, I might do something for November 11th because that is also a very powerful portal too. So I'm just saying. Oh my God, never that. But I'm about to get out of here too, you guys. So I hope that that was helpful. Whatever we talked about, that you guys, think about it, or it opened your mind to something, gave you some ideas or whatever. And I hope that you guys have a blessed new moon, powerful new moon. I hope you guys manifest some beautiful things. I hope you guys release whatever it is that you need to release, that be of your highest good and not of your highest good. And until next time, I will see you guys soon. Peace. Thank you for joining. Much love, y'all. Good night. Good morning.